Little Gay Talk Show, Houston's hot mess of a podcast. A funny but thoughtful look at the LGBTQIA plus community.
Hey, welcome. It's that Little Gay Talk Show, and we're at Brian Brumly's house for dinner. Hey, what's going on? It's happening.
Hey, Queen.
Hey, Queen.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting us over for dinner.
Yeah,
we're doing an episode from Brian Brumly's house.
Here.
Top caterer, celebrity, chef. Because we're gonna say celebrity chef because he's on our show. Because everybody on our show is what? A celebrity.
Period. And that's on God. Y'all, she cooking us some cute stuff.
She's
I
cooking
feel
it.
like a celebrity with all these mics and cameras
Okay.
and stuff. I mean,
And she has a YouTube channel coming soon.
Yeah.
Get ready. I'm gonna help her set that up.
Plus, she's got some future projects that we're not going to discuss, but she might as well get used to the lighting.
Okay. She might or might not be famous.
And it's only just two of us in the house. One day you might have a full crew of 90 people in your house.
Yes, Queen.
could you imagine?
Mhm.
Yes.
Of course, it'll be a bigger house.
These are your humble
Hopefully.
moments.
Yeah.
Remember them
Yes.
before the fame arrives.
Mm-hmm.
Little apartment that I love so much.
The next interview will be at her mansion.
Exactly.
Welcome to my humble abode.
On a table that he has not stopped talking about.
Girl, I love
He
this
loves
table.
this table.
Yeah. Send me the link.
I grew up with these kind of tables.
If
in
you're
our
out there
house.
and you love the show and you want to sponsor a table for us, this is it.
Yeah, exactly.
What you get her at?
Right here is the logo, Booze Blocks.
Booze Blocks.
Booze Blocks.
Yes, Queen. She's gonna buy us one, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
She's on it. So, Brian, what
I
are
know
we
we could
doing?
buy you one if we had you lay on the table right now. You know.
I'll be the main course.
He's more like a quick
Fans
snack.
only, only fans.
Oh.
He's more like a quick
A
snack
snack,
before
baby.
the
The best snack
appetizer.
you ever
You know, when
had.
you get a little bit of cheese when somebody gives you some cheap ass cheese and crackers.
The charcuterie board.
That's exactly who he is.
I'm a charcuterie board, dude. That's me all day.
Charcuterie board.
Period. No, that's what they
One
call
meat
it.
and 3 pieces of cheese.
Joe, that's what they call it on TikTok. They call it charcuterie board.
Charcuterie
Yes.
board. Oh my god.
Mama.
I.
And she makes some good
I make
charcuterie
a
boards.
lot of those too. So.
Mm-hmm. You gotta send pictures of that.
Awesome.
Ooh,
You gotta
come through
put
food
some-
porn.
But make sure it puts you have all your social media so we can we see some.
Oh, yeah. Where can they get
Yes,
social media?
social media at Chef Boy R Daddy. Chef BOYAR Daddy.
Wait, Chef Boyardee Daddy.
Chef Boy R Daddy.
Girl,
That's
I would.
LLC.
If you had told, if you had told me that before the show, I'd have been like, no, that queen didn't.
Yeah.
But she did.
That's even her Wi-Fi as
7 years in the
well.
making, yeah.
Yes, Queen. That's what we're gonna name the channel, Chef Boy Daddy.
Cooking with Chef Boy R Daddy.
Period.
Brian and Dean.
And there might be some edible recipe. She will cook with plenty of butter. She'll bring you the best.
Mhm.
So, Brian, walk us up into today. What are we doing? What are we cooking? What are we making?
So I invited Jill over to have dinner.
Oh, and we have an ingredient cam, which this bitch is gonna use.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be like, this right here.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all get ready. So no, I'm gonna make a seared salmon with with a cream sauce with some spinach and some snap peas in there as
Okay.
well,
Mm-hmm.
and over a bed of mashed potatoes.
Yes,
so it's
queen.
gonna be really good, I think.
None of which I can have.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
I'm
I'm kidding.
he was like,
I
girl.
messaged.
She
I
did-
said,
she
"Okay."
did.
So it better be
You told me
okay.
you like salmon, Joe.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm dealing with a couple of medical issues. Nothing major.
Oh.
Just have to keep everything in. You get old, you gotta worry about shit.
Right.
So yeah.
So if you do die during the interview, just kind of die off to the side of the table so
Mhm.
you're not in the way as he's
Mhm.
cooking. And then when we're done, we'll pick up your body, take it
Mhm.
to the morgue. You know.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm trying to come off as an amateur cook at the house myself. I went from a kitchen that
Can you cook?
literally had maybe a couple of towels in the oven. I had one pot.
It was storage. It wasn't even used for food.
Yeah, I had one pot, 3 plastic spoons.
So you just like go out to eat type guy.
hmm
Pretty much.
Well, I work in a restaurant, so it's easier for me to
Oh,
sometimes
right.
just take home food.
It's
and cook
accessible.
it. It's
at all
accessible.
times.
It's easy at all times.
Yes.
Right.
And even when you're on diets or what have you, I can usually just tell the chef, "Can you make this and that?"
Okay.
Blah 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 blah.
But you gotta get in good
Yeah.
with the chefs. At
Yeah,
that
but you have
point.
to
They're
get
giving you free
in.
food. You gotta kiss their ass. You
Yeah, I
have to
worked
like.
in a restaurant for 10 years,
Mhm.
and I mean, there were times where they loved me, and there were times where they absolutely hated me, and they would call me all kinds of names.
Oh yeah.
You know, but
Oh yeah.
look at me now.
I know. You know what? This is kind of fun for me because I have been working in the restaurant business for about 25 years.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I have worked around chefs. I love chefs.
Yeah.
I think chefs are like,
And they've loved you at some point.
they're like food artists.
Yeah, loved you
To
at
me,
some
they're
point.
like food artists. Everybody, I mean, I love creativity
Yeah.
and whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And chefs are food artists to me.
That's true.
They're the reason why I love food so much.
Brian, how long have you been doing this?
So I graduated from the Art Institute in 2016, and I have been doing this, I guess, since then.
Almost
Yeah.
like 6 years.
Before that, I worked at a sushi bar, Little Tokyo in Pasadena. Go check it
Aw.
out.
Wait, Pasadena has a
Pasadena.
sushi. Pasadena?
Pasadena Down Dina has a sushi bar. It's their 20th year to be open.
Whoa.
This year. I know.
You know what? We're gonna have to
10
take a
years.
look at Pasadena.
I told
and
you
their
about sushi
bar,
on the
'cause I
way
love
here.
sushi.
Yeah, but he told me his friends don't like sushi. His other friends like.
I have a group of friends who are now. I only have one friend who's into sushi, and unfortunately, she's busy all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we haven't been. We used to go
No,
get
girl, she's
sushi
just
all the
avoiding
time.
you. That's
Yeah,
That's
we have our
weird.
little girl chats.
She's just avoiding you.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
She's
you
so
know.
busy. She never picks up
You
the phone.
know,
Right.
when the heterosexual girls they get married.
Okay. Oh yeah, you
Oh my
lose them.
god. Yeah,
I mean,
you
it
lose them.
happens.
You lose
I know
them.
I have a little chat on my phone with like 8 heterosexual girls, and we chat every day, and I mean, we talk about like
Everything.
Everything.
Are you
Either,
like, token gay?
yeah, from like pooping to like like I mean, it's just we've been best friends since high school, so
Oh, okay, okay.
but we should get more sushi more often because
Hell
it's been a
yeah.
while.
And
Yeah.
and I love hanging. You know, I love my gays, but I love hanging out with my girlfriends too.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
love because they tell the best stories. First of all, especially when it comes to their
Okay.
men.
Right? They might even show a picture. every
Yeah,
once in a while.
exactly. I know more about.
They do show the
And the funny thing is that when you meet their boyfriends or significant others or whatever, you know every little intimate detail
Bitch,
about them.
you know
For
them
sure.
better than
You know,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
You already hate them
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
already.
And gentlemen, sometimes if we look you up and down, we know what you got going on.
9 times out of 10. I already know what your dick look like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
part.
true.
We know the
Poor guys.
dimensions, measurements. We know everything.
So, Brian, what did you do this weekend? Anything fun? Anything interesting?
So this past week I went to a ranch, 2 different ranches. One in Uvalde, Texas, which is like
I've been there.
You have
Way Uvalde, Texas?
Uvalde?
Yeah. They have that chalk block buff. They have like this little river area.
Oh yeah, there's a river there.
Yeah. I went- beautiful area.
Yeah, so I went there and cooked for 15 ladies, and it was called Girls and Guns Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So
you know who they voted for. Is it great again? You tell me, bitch. Is it great again?
Yeah, there was.
Honey, money has no political leanings. If you
Right.
gotta earn a living, you don't care.
Okay.
Well, they were all females that worked at this like
Mhm.
company, or I guess they work with the company.
Yeah.
And so he invited all these ladies out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I cooked for 3 days, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Mhm.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. And then after that, I headed over to Mason, Texas, which is up in the hill country, and I cooked for 9 people at this Red Sands Ranch. It's pretty cool. They have like a pool and a water slide. And all
Heck
kinds of
yeah.
stuff.
You know, hill country is so beautiful.
It is. It really is. Texas hill country.
Texas
Yes.
is so varied in landscapes.
Very
It surprises me, and I've lived here a long time.
Right.
When we go driving in Texas, you know, you go from super flat to hilly to desert
All of a sudden,
to
yeah.
I
exactly.
keep like beating a mountain like this past week from Uvalde to Mason. I was like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my
this one's
gosh,
yeah.
I was
this
like,
one
am I in
you-
Texas right now?
Right.
Mhm.
but it was like, yeah, it was.
You know what threw
cool
me off the last time I was around there was a lot of border patrol.
Yeah.
It was-
I saw
and I
those
forgot
too.
why. And mind
Mhm.
you, I forgot that I was brown.
Oh.
I do have those moments.
Oh, you get reminded
I'm
pretty
a
quick.
Caucasian
Yeah,
woman.
I think it's only like an hour away from the border. so-
Yeah, I didn't know that. And
Yeah.
when I went to Uvalde and camped out there,
Mhm.
I just kept seeing border patrol. I'm like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
Pretty
I was
scary.
a little bit. I'm not used to that.
Where is you?
As a Caucasian woman,
It's
I never
like-
have to experience this.
West of San Antonio, so probably
Yes.
like an hour west of San Antonio,
Mhm.
maybe an hour and a half.
It's a cute area.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really like hilly.
And I went to this like place that I saw on TikTok called Chuck Bluff or something, which was like this big side of the hill, and there's a beautiful river that ran by, clear
Yeah, I think it's
water.
like the Noxious River that goes through
Mhm.
Uvalde.
It's beautiful.
So
out
yeah,
there,
that river
all
actually
that
rented
area.
that ranch, and those ladies, they.
Did you get to enjoy anything out there? Like once you were done, like taking care of the people, did you get to
So
like?
in Uvalde, no, I didn't get to do anything.
Oh.
But there was one day where the people in Mason left and they drove to Fredericksburg, and I guess like did a little day there. So I used the pool. She went swimming.
You know,
I
If
did
you
not
didn't
go
know,
on the
now
water
you know.
slide, but I did go for a little dip. You know, hit the little volleyball.
got her feet wet.
Were you able to invite some special friends over?
No, because I was literally.
What is the
in
country
middle of
trade
it.
like?
So
Girl.
I got like Sniffies, and I was like,
'Cause
let me see if there's any discreet daddies around here.
What is the
and,
trade like out in the country like that?
one guy, he was like 58 years old. You know, he sent me a DP, and I was like, this is not happening.
What's a DP?
A dick.
I think pig. You don't know that?
I
Girl.
do, but I just
You
had
know
to.
what
I need him
you
to
know what that
clarify. I
is.
need him to clarify for the viewers and listeners who don't
Yeah.
know what a DP, because it could be DP
Yeah.
means something else.
Sweetie, if they're watching YouTube, they know what a DP is.
Okay.
Yeah, but he wasn't even actually in town. He was like 23 miles away. So I was like, this is not what
That's
it is.
a whole drive,
Right? I was
just
like,
to
that's
get some
like
dick.
a long time.
Because when we drive through Texas, sometimes me and my cousin drive up to Arkansas to
Holy
go visit
shit.
my friend. So I turn on the growler just to see what's going on around, because I like to know what's going on. And
Exactly. You never
girl,
know.
do you know how many I get hits
Yeah.
so many times just driving through?
Oh, right. When you hit a different city, somebody new sees you, be
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
new trade.
New trade.
Like,
Hey, how you
who's
doing?
this? Absolutely.
Are you in town?
You know, you feel special. You're like, fuck.
I know.
Like, I'm getting hit up.
I'm
and then you're
moving
back
here.
into Houston, and then you're like,
Back to dad deal.
I recommend that if you're not feeling too good about yourself, you're not feeling pretty that day,
Go to different.
get
cities.
in your car, go on a
That's
car
right.
trip, turn your growler on, and watch it light up.
yeah.
Can-
Growler,
Can't you
grinder,
do that
whatever.
feature where you can change
whatever
your
app you have.
location in the app, so like you can pretend you're in a different city?
So I think that's on like the Sniffies app.
Mhm.
Have you been on Sniffies yet?
You know what?
No.
I thought Sniffies was a joke.
No.
Like,
it's a real
honestly,
thing.
I saw it. I think I saw either a skit or something on
Brian,
TikTok.
as somebody who doesn't know what Sniffies is,
Mhm.
would you please tell us what Sniffies is?
Girl, I looked it up. I can tell you what Sniffies.
So Sniffies is, let me get out my phone.
Okay.
It's this like discrete app or website that you would get on, and you can click on different people that are around you, and they have a profile picture
I'm
or
about to
not,
log on.
and
right now.
they're looking for discrete fun.
You know the beautiful thing about Sniffies? You know, if you want a top, they
Oh,
literally.
yeah.
If you
They
want a
tell
top or a bottom, it's literally right there.
Yeah, it says I don't want any fucking pictures of your booty hole.
Yeah,
I don't want
exactly.
any pictures of this.
Thank
that. And you're
you.
like, okay,
Oh my
so
God.
I know what you want. Some people are like, let's meet at this park and
Mhm.
let me SUV here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, maybe this, like, there's cruising spots on there.
Mhm.
So if you're a cruiser,
Ooh.
get out there.
But I honestly thought, because I was
This is
watching.
not advertised.
Okay, clearly
Yeah.
she's endorsing.
I honestly thought.
Go
And I do
cruise.
not use this app.
See, this is
obviously.
why-
Do your part in the community and
Yeah,
cruise.
exactly. See, this is why I tell some of my other friends who are like, girl, I'm too old for TikTok and all this other stuff.
No,
I'm like, keep up with the
girl.
young people because
To
you
be honest,
need to
you'll
know
get
what this
left
shit is
out.
going on, because I thought Sniffies was a joke at first, and then I looked it up, and then I'm like, oh wait, because I live off of Shepherd in Alabama. And trust me, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was bored. And I'm like, let me look this up and see if this is real.
Actually, scroll.
And girl, it was just a cluster of.
I know. It's
Just a
crazy.
cluster.
You're like, there's this many discrete.
Yeah, exactly. At 1 a.m. Some of them wanted to go for a walk. Some of them wanted to be in the car.
Not in your
meet you at a
neighborhood.
car. Yes, a walk.
Not in your neighborhood.
Where do you go for a walk at
Girl,
1 o'clock in the
In
morning?
my
In your neighborhood? No, girl.
Sweetie, in my
Stay in the
neighborhood,
house.
in my neighborhood, that's the easy thing. You walk around the corner. I have walked to the grocery store, and I have walked past people masturbating in their cars.
Okay.
I have watched people
I've seen
having
that at the
sex
bars many
in their
times.
vans.
At the bars leaving at
Yeah,
night time, just there
I-
wanking. And,
Oh, in their car? I think I meant like in the bar.
Mhm.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, that too.
At the urinal.
Oh, yeah,
I've
I've seen, like,
people
this
get.
guy, like,
I thought guys get blowjobs at the bar.
Mhm.
At the bar? That's pretty like.
One day I was just like making drinks. He was sitting there. The guy was with him. I just see this head bobbing up and down. And I was just like, what? You know, I got closer. I was like, oh,
And I hope I don't.
oh,
get-
you're getting your dick
Did you
sucked.
stop them or were you like.
No, I laughed. I thought I was like, keep
Mhm.
going. And I told him, keep going. If somebody complains, you're gonna have to stop.
And
it.
I know I'm gonna get in
I'm like,
trouble.
girl, get your dick sucked.
I love you for that.
Okay,
I'm gonna
honestly,
try that.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it.
And you know, I know I'm gonna get in trouble
mad
for
at
this
it.
because of where I live. But Alabama Ice House, trust me, I've sat on that on that back patio and done some stuff that nobody knows about.
Oh.
At Alabama Ice House. And that is the straightest place.
The taco truck next door, right?
Yes.
That one by Hollywood.
He's talking about smoking meat and I'm talking about tacos.
Well, you didn't have a taco
Two,
after,
right?
Separate but equally the same.
So funny. I just bought my girlfriend. We went to a bachelorette party this weekend, and I just bought my girlfriend these panties, and it on her vagina it says, "Okay, so tacos after." So I guess she can get fucked, and then he has to eat tacos. It's a deal.
Now you've ruined tacos for real.
Never.
Sorry.
Never.
No, not really. I mean, we live in Texas. You can't ruin tacos for me. I don't care.
Right? We have a taco truck on every corner.
There's a taco truck. That's why we were talking about this. This is why you in especially in Houston.
Yeah.
There shouldn't even be a Taco Bell in Houston.
That shit's disgusting. Taco Bell is fucking nasty.
There shouldn't even be. There's no reason for you
Unless
to be
they're
going.
sponsor us, then they're delicious.
Yes.
I recommend to all my friends.
Unless they bring the Mexican pizza back, don't fucking
Yeah, exactly. And
But you're not that girl.
and for smoking weed at 2:30 in the morning. Now this has happened to me. 2:30 in the morning. And I'm gonna say thank God for the delivery services sometimes.
Come through,
Smoking weed
plug.
at 2 in the morning, playing video games, and you want some tacos?
Come through, plug.
Come through.
Come through, plug. She got
Come through Uber Eats.
you know.
Oh, and
I'm gonna get more whiskey while I'm here, y'all.
You need some more whiskey?
You have more ice left? Hi.
Serving not only a chef, I'm a server.
But people know that I love my whiskey.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm a server when I do private gigs too.
Yeah,
so
you
like
are. You're
I
that
cook
girl.
them food.
You take care of the
serve
people.
them.
You serve.
I serve
You
them.
protect.
Not only serve them
You
food,
give nutrition. You give
Okay.
health, and you give value.
Everybody.
Because what? You're that girl.
Everybody stop. We just had an issue.
Uh-oh.
I've lost the broadcast.
No.
And we can still be talking
Hell.
and everything else.
So what's the first step that you're
So
gonna do?
what
By
I'm
the way,
gonna
we
do
have an
is I'm
ingredient
going
cam.
to season this beautiful center cut salmon I got today
Mm-hmm.
down at the market.
Mm-hmm. Now is this fresh Atlantic?
This is fresh Atlantic salmon.
Mm-hmm.
So I got this down at
What's
H-E-B.
Atlantic?
Atlantic is
The ocean.
the ocean. So if you don't know what that is, go to fucking school. Because I'm not here to teach you where places are. I'm here to teach you how to cook food.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
So I have some Adams seasoning. You can find this at H-E-B as well.
Mm-hmm.
This has granulated garlic, has salt, pepper.
Can you put some
granulated
marijuana in mine?
onions. Absolutely. I would love to do it infused.
Yes. We have a friend who just got that machine that infuses. We're gonna be bothering her a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, Mama's, can you make us some?
We would definitely be infusing some marijuana into our dishes.
Mhm.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat up a skillet over here.
Okay.
Little nonstick skillet with some EVOO. And if you didn't know what EVOO is, it's extra virgin olive oil.
Mm-hmm. You know, Rachel Ray says that all the time.
You know where I got it from?
You know what?
Rachel Ray.
Of course.
Why does she look? Okay, real talk. I've seen her latest clips, and she looks pissed off to me on TV.
You know what? She's always looked pissed off.
Has
to
she?
me.
Okay,
She
'cause
has.
lately I've been watching, and she's like, "Welcome back. Yeah, this is the ingredient. This is what we're gonna do." And that's how.
And that's gonna be.
And I feel like before she was chipper, more like, "Hi, welcome. I'm
She's-
Rachel Ray."
Yeah, she's been chip. I think right when she started, she was chipper, and then
She just got real
yeah,
serious.
she just
all
got
the
really
time.
serious. Then she just started that talk show as
Mhm.
well. So like, she's not even on Food Network
Even
anymore.
the TikTok people were commenting like, "What's wrong with her? Why does she look?"
She's in
over it?"
syndication now. You can capture her usually.
And I love her. I think she's a sweetheart, but
Mhm.
That's actually where I learned a lot of my cooking
Rachel?
skills and stuff.
I just want to know, Rachel, who hurt you, girl?
Mhm.
I mean,
hurt
hopefully
you
her
doing-
husband's not beating her or anything.
Mhm.
Just that's really bad to say.
Are we gonna have to edit that out? Oh my god! Oh yeah, exactly.
He's
Wow.
definitely not doing that. He's a great musician. Awesome guy.
I downloaded his song the other day.
Yeah.
So we have the salmon season.
Okay.
And it's looking good over here.
Mhm.
Yes, I had the salmon seasoned
Mhm.
with our Adams house seasoning.
And show him this way too if you want.
You know. So we have this little skillet over here heating up. It should have been heating up before, but we want to get it hot and like screaming, because if not, then the fish will stick. And
do you recommend to like leave your windows open during this time, or vents, or any, or just whatever?
Yes, we can turn on a vent. The only thing is
it's gonna take over the noise.
So
I just want to smell like you, Brian. Just
what, like sexy? You know better. So if you don't like skin on your fish, who does? Yucky. Actually, sometimes like crispy skin on fish is
I like
really good.
foreskin on my fish.
I like foreskin too. So
I like foreskin, but I don't like foreskin on my fish.
not on my fish, but I definitely like foreskin. I'm that type of guy. So
D is D to me.
I mean, I like both, but I prefer. So what we're gonna do is put the skin side down first, and then when we flip it over, that skin will peel right off. So it's just like a
Actually,
little,
crunchy salmon skin is like delicious. Like when you eat, like it's
really good. It's not even hot enough.
What kind of oil are you using for the?
EVOO.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Extra
Remember
virgin.
Rachel Ray?
Yes, Rachel Ray. I was not.
She said it to you like 7 times.
You know what happened was because I looked down and realized we had some issues. So that's So
some technical difficulties.
Testicles. So yeah, we're gonna let this heat up just a little bit longer. Sorry.
I'm gonna catch some of these.
But yeah, so the skin will peel right off if we once we flip it over, and it'll make it easy for people like that don't.
Do you recommend cooking? Because I see that you're cooking one at a time. Do you want to do?
No, I just wanted to get the pan hot. I'll just like set that in there. First,
Oh,
like,
okay. Just
See where it's at.
a little tester kind of, but since
Let her
it's,
do
like,
what she does best.
heating up.
I'm always curious, girl. I'm always because you know what? I'm trying. Like I said, I'm like learning. I'm learning.
Trying to learn outside the microwave.
I'm learning outside the microwave and the to-go box, sweetie. I'm learning.
I stay living in the microwave.
And salmon has been one of the fishes that I've never been able to cook well.
Really, fish?
It's
simple to cook.
It's not hard to cook.
You have to really.
We're gonna get the oil all around it.
Okay.
A cute little anecdote
I don't
about
have insurance.
a cute little anecdote about salmon. I spent 5 months in Alaska, and we went out and caught fresh salmon.
You did.
And let me tell you something. You can taste the difference between farm raised and fresh salmon. To the point that I didn't eat salmon for several years after I came back from.
Because it wasn't the same.
Because it wasn't the same.
It was disgusting.
I would like to do that. Like you fish for it and like grill it on the side of the river. You know?
Exactly.
I'm all about that.
Brian, how do you feel about OnlyFans?
I
Are you for
like
it?
so. Okay, listen. I was just talking to my friend about this the other day. I'm for it. I obviously watch people on it.
Really? Because you're not watching my channel.
You have one?
I do. So you were saying?
So yeah, I mean, I watch people on it. Would I ever be on it? Absolutely not.
Why not,
Like,
girl?
because
Boy or
would I
daddy.
date anybody that's on it? No. Sorry.
I
So
would.
I'm gonna
I would subscribe to you
I would.
subscribe to you cooking naked or something. That could be your plus subscription.
You know the whole irony of this conversation we're having right now about OnlyFans?
OnlyFans only started out as cooking.
It started off as a cooking app.
Look at us now, 2021.
Yeah, exactly.
So why would they have to call it like OnlyFans? Like,
Because it was only for the people that wanted to see
It was only, it was supposed
like
to
an
be.
OnlyFans. Only your fans wanted to see that.
Yeah,
Your content.
It was supposed to be specific to whatever your hobbies were, whatever your thing was, that kind of thing. So
I'm gonna go ahead and flip the salmon over here.
ooh.
You say salmon or salmon?
So
I say salmon.
OnlyFans was going to prohibit the sexual content starting in October because they were trying to raise more funds for their platform. But then 2 or 3 weeks later, they said, haha, just kidding. We're not going to ban porn because they realized that was their main following. There you go, girl. I'm going to record some of that.
Here's a quick question. I noticed that you use an induction stove. Do you like induction? Do you prefer like?
I prefer gas.
I love gas.
I just rent this place out, so, you know. But trust me, if I had a choice, I would just run gas.
So yeah.
That's just what I do. That's what I love.
Because I slightly have gotten into Asian cooking a lot, and unfortunately, I have an electric stove. And moving that, I bought what is somewhat of a wok, but I don't know if it's a true wok. And having to, especially making fried rice or noodle dishes, when you have to whip things around. When you whip things around, it's a little hard on an electric stove.
Hell yeah, it is. Especially
your burner, because sometimes the burners will pull out
Those
and
are
it'll stop. Yeah,
they slide everywhere.
That's it.
Yes.
All right, so got our salmon.
Yes, queen.
I'm gonna stick her in the oven.
How long did you let that
Oh wait,
cook on top of the stove there?
Probably like
to sear it.
2-3 minutes on each side, and then stick in the oven, and it'll finish off there.
How long in the oven?
Make
I
sure.
would say like 3 to 4 minutes. While we make this sauce.
Yeah.
Let's get on top of it.
What sauce you making, Mama?
So we're gonna make a cream sauce.
How creamy is it?
Ooh.
3 gay men talk about a cream sauce.
Shocking. Shocker.
So shocking.
So I'm gonna throw some. Oops, that was garlic. I'm gonna throw some garlic in the pan.
Is it minced, chopped? What are we?
It's minced garlic.
Minced garlic. Okay. A little bit of olive oil.
O-G-B-B-B-I.
Whoa, that's really hot.
Now, do you want to get it to a just to where it's fragrant?
Yeah, you don't want to get this hot, okay?
Yeah. Just to where it's fragrant. So you don't want it super brown.
Yeah, you don't want it too brown like
Yeah.
I'm doing. But the pan looks super hot.
Yeah, I had picked up some skills. I'm literally.
For real, I'm over here
I had
like
picked up.
I'm
Let me tell you something.
learning and like.
When you
look at me like that, I'm like.
I don't know what you're saying.
COVID really did a number on teaching me how to cook.
Okay, man.
So yeah, we're gonna turn this down.
Brian, if people want to hire you to cook for them, like what do they have to do? How do they reach out to you? Do you have a preference?
You just have to hit me up in my DM.
Send them a message. Say, hey girl, I want to hire you. Hey girl, come cook for me. Ooh. So what? Wait. What did you just put in, Brian?
Heavy cream.
Heavy cream.
How much heavy cream are we talking about?
So probably that was like a quarter of a cup of heavy cream.
Quarter of a cup of heavy cream.
So we're just gonna let this go and give it a little whisk, and you're gonna let it reduce a little bit. So in the
I
meantime,
like all these terms that you're using. Like,
Let me.
okay, I'm getting turned on.
reduce means like you're gonna like let it cook down like basically halfway. So like let it boil, let it cook out. So if you have like alcohol or anything like that, that'll cook out. Evaporate. That's such a great term. That's a
Can you
school
deduce
term.
that in my mouth?
So, quick question for those of us who might be a little bit of novices when it comes, to, especially when it comes to fish. Can you do it in a cast iron skillet?
Yeah, you can definitely cook fish in a cast iron skillet.
Because I heard that there was.
But
It's kind of tricky when it comes to cooking in a cast iron skillet when it comes to fish. Sometimes.
well, you definitely can give everything like a great crust and everything like that. But you want to like leave that cast iron skillet for fish because like
Once it's
Yeah.
soaked in.
Oh, okay. So yes, I don't want to have 5 people.
It's harder on the cast iron because everything sticks to it.
yeah, that's
really
right.
bad.
And you don't want to like have a
Cross-contaminated.
fish taste like on a steak that you might
Oh,
cook.
can you imagine?
Thank you.
Could you
I
imagine?
really wanted to know that because I really want to know the difference. Why you would the differences in using different pans for sometimes different foods.
So I'm gonna squeeze some lemon into the sauce.
I added a sound effect.
Oh
Is
shit.
that half a lemon?
That's half a lemon.
I feel them all.
And in the meantime, I had some potatoes boiling.
Yes, queen.
And in the water, I added some garlic powder and salt so that I've seasoned your potatoes while they cook.
Okay.
I'm gonna strain them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a great facial, and this is not the kind of facial us boys like. But
I'm disappointed.
it's the kind that the girls like.
In case it doesn't.
Well, I guess girls could like facials.
In case it doesn't show up, or, when we do the audio, because I'm gonna have to do a lot of work now when it comes to audio, because of a slight mess up.
No, you're good. You caught that early. Though. That's the good thing. You
Yeah.
caught that early because now we got the rest of it.
Yeah. So,
You caught that
Chef
halfway
Boy
through.
or Daddy, yo,
Okay.
Chef Boy or Daddy.
Brian Brumly, you can also follow him on Instagram.
At on Facebook, Instagram, not on Twitter.
Twatter,
my alt
Sniffies, Growler.
So I'm gonna add some spinach to this cream sauce. You could add this whole pan, and it would look like a little cube you're gonna get out of it. So I mean, spinach wilts down a lot.
It does.
It does wilt down a lot.
It does. You can use this whole bowl and it like comes out to like this baby portion.
And you get like a teaspoon of spinach.
Okay. So we're gonna let this wilt within the cream, and then that's gonna be our little sauce we're gonna put on top.
I feel like this is a great recipe if you're like doing like
Like a
date,
little
like a
date
second
night.
or a third date.
Hey babe, come over and eat something.
Yeah, and you want to show off some cooking skills here because I think salmon is actually.
I would hire Brian, tell him to deliver it cooked, and me pretend that I cooked it. Babe, look what I did.
I feel like you're learning how to do all of this stuff.
Low key, I am. Low key, I'm serving, watching. But low key, I'm like, hey Brian, I need you to come cook.
Okay, but if I had the
I
money,
do private dinners.
yeah, if I had the money,
he does that too. By the way, he does romantic dinners for people. I know you told me before, like where you have couples that will hire you and then you just do everything for them.
Had some crazy times. Filmed people do crazy things. So I'm gonna add some butter to these potatoes here. So more butter, more butter, more butter, more butter.
Get in there,
Are you
Brumly.
Are you a butter or a margarine person?
I'm a butter guy. So I added some butter and then some milk to the potato mixture. I like a little sour cream in my potatoes. So I'm gonna add some of that, give it a little bit more creamy texture. And then some pepper, fine cracked black pepper.
Joel, just a note for the show. Moving forward, we're only doing interviews with chefs.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we're only doing interviews
I'm
with
sorry
chefs.
if you're in another industry, we don't care. Sorry, girl. Moving
Well,
forward,
I feel like
only
we're gonna
chefs.
go. I feel like we go through phases. We love our drag sisters, and we went through our drag phase, and we still love our drag sisters. We do. And if you're a drag sister who's also a chef, girl, look us up.
You know,
Actually, no, I
Ryan's bestie does drag and is a show director at Rebar.
I don't dress up as a woman every once in a while.
Actually, yes, Brian does do drag too.
I can see that.
Yes, he does. That's a wig right over. You didn't see the wig over there?
Shirley Champagne. Is the name.
Can I grab the wig? Is that okay?
Yeah, grab the
Girl,
wig.
I'm about to.
I feel like Shirley Champagne should be the one cooking.
Girl, to be honest.
Right.
Let me grab this wig for y'all.
So when quarantine started, me and my bestie Andy, we started a cooking little thing. It was called Cooking Queens. And we got on there and drag and did some episodes. So it was pretty cute. But we should start it back up. She's just so busy all the time. But look at this.
Oh my God! Look at this queen.
Hey y'all! Welcome back to my channel.
You can't even, girl. Nobody can even see the stove.
Why, when a gay man puts on a wig, it just gives him a whole new level of confidence. Bitch, this bitch has volume. She is life-giving, energy-giving, mood-giving. Girl,
That's
So
ozone destroying holes right there.
a lot of pollution went into making this wig.
I just added some fresh peas.
Girl, try this on,
Fresh
Joe.
our cream sauce. Fresh pizzazz. So in the cream sauce we have garlic, we have cream. Oh my god.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hold on, pause.
I feel like the ghetto version of RuPaul right
Okay.
Not the ghetto.
I love this wig on you. Yes. I love it.
goodness.
I need to take a photo.
So we had a little garlic, some peas.
Some peas, we
Like
have
this way,
spinach, cream. Julio, listen up. Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You need to listen, girl.
Wait, look at the camera.
You need to listen.
And now I'm
girl.
gonna add some fresh dill to this sauce as well.
Love dill.
Fresh dill.
Love
with salmon
dill.
is always a good deal. Got it? So we're gonna give it a little toss, a little spin. Ooh, girl.
Just like my rave days, y'all.
Yeah.
Just like the days of rage, girl.
Give Brian the wig. Brian, put on the wig, please. I beg.
Oh my God. I'm having my pretty moment.
Yes.
Let me just have a few more seconds of my pretty moment. This is so much fun. I am so living right now. Oh my! I can't wait to see the video because I don't even know what I look like right now. I honestly do not know, but I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of screenshots.
So I'm gonna go
This is you, Mama.
plate up our food.
That's you, girl. That's
Yes,
you,
queen. Yes, queen. Look at. I was thinking about shaving. You know what? No, I could be a bearded queen. Look at this.
Get it, girl. Get it.
Get it, girl. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, Gypsy. We have my little dog here too. She's
Oh.
in the house.
Gypsy girl.
Blackberry, eat your heart out, girl.
We're gonna.
Hi, Mama.
It's always good to use this fish spatula.
Let me see the wig.
Okay. Let's get covered.
Brian.
Oh, that sandal looks good.
Yes, we
Okay,
have
plating. Come through, plating.
our little taters with
Mm-hmm.
a piece of salmon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna come over here with our cream sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do a little topper. Ooh, look at little peas coming down off the sides. Ooh, beautiful. And then you always have to give a little parsley dust.
Okay, girl.
And you always have to serve fish with the side.
Yes,
Lamont.
Yes, queen.
So
Look at
here's-
this.
Okay.
Look at
Okay.
that. Look at that. Oh my
Brumly
goodness.
in, you outdid yourself, girl.
Mm-hmm.
It was quick, it was easy.
Mm-hmm. But it took less than what, 10 minutes?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It
And
really
you can
did.
easily do this at home. I'm sure you can modify the recipe any way you
If
need
you
to.
don't like salmon, you can use chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I didn't know that you could use different proteins.
I just think it's funny how you are attacking me, how you're coming for me, but because you're feeding me, I'm gonna let it happen.
You know, as much as I love salmon, I also like a good whitefish. So I think this would be good with a
Yeah, you
really
could
nice whitefish.
Switch it up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can see this with a halibut or
Okay.
maybe a trout.
Brumly in, do you want to put her on?
Yeah, did y'all want to see Shirley Champagne?
Mm-hmm. Come on, Shirley
Come on,
Champagne.
Shirley Champagne.
Come on, Shirley. Yes, queen.
Get it, girl.
Yes,
queen.
queen.
Good. Yes, queen.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
She's
queen.
here.
Okay, and she's queer. Yeah.
She's queer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And who's the wig by?
Robbie Kiss.
Robbie Kiss.
Kiss and Tease. Kiss and Tease wigs. This is Robbie Kiss. This is actually, so when I bought it, I didn't know, but it's, the hairline is like real hair, and I'm supposed to have lace.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not really, like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really do this much.
We need to work on the edges
So
too.
yeah,
girl.
the edges.
We have to get those edges right, girl.
So, I basically spent, like, a lot of money on this,
Mhm.
and probably will never wear it.
Girl.
I know.
Sorry, kiss.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's
It
for
looks
show.
good on you, though.
Mhm.
I think like the older drag queens wear stuff
Yes.
like this because they know what to do. But like
Mhm.
us youngins, we like cut stuff and put it
Mhm.
on and then tape it and glue it
Mm-hmm.
and yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This
So-
Hey, that's
is definitely a southern
Okay.
kind of homage to like a Reba country
Make sure that
girl,
cheers to you, girl.
Dolly Parton kind of thing.
Cheers.
Thank you
Yes,
for prepping
ma'am.
this. This is
Yeah,
I'm
hopefully
ready.
y'all
I'm
enjoy.
ready to dig
Mhm.
in. Should we do a quick little break and then
Mhm.
have a few bites?
Let's take a bite now.
Okay.
Let's,
Talk about it.
Let's take a bite and talk about it because that looks
Take
absolutely
a bite and
good.
talk about it.
And I love the presentation.
Yes.
I love the presentation. And I think when you're at home, especially whether you're cooking for yourself or whether you're cooking for a bunch of people, I think presentation really does make a meal.
Oh, it does.
I mean, just slapping things on a plate and then you just eat it like it's just nothing doesn't really give you the entire experience. I think it really is about just making it look nice and
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
Oh,
Should kill.
Mm.
Should kill.
Mm. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're interviewing chefs moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, no, this is our first time.
Oh my god, this is so
You
good.
can taste the fresh dill in the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so fresh. Mm-hmm. And the salmon. Mm.
Yeah, I'm making sure he starts a YouTube channel. Literally, when we set up, that's the first time I was like, let's start your channel. What are we waiting for?
For sure.
I'm
And we
down.
will.
And we will. Oh, we will. I'm gonna show you. It's so easy, so simple to start. And you guys can follow him on there. I'll help you make some promos. Like, we got this, girl.
Oh, the salmon is nicely cooked. It's not overdone.
Thank you.
In any way, shape, or form. Guys, and you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I don't like peas.
He hates them.
I hate
Do you
peas,
really?
but this is delicious.
I don't know if he does or not. But
No, I hate it. But with the cream sauce and the spinach, you know, I feel the same way about certain vegetables. But when you mix vegetables with other things, I can tolerate it, and sometimes I actually really do like it. But alone, no, I would never eat peas alone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like peas always mix well with mashed potatoes. I think,
Mm-hmm.
You know.
They do. Are you not gonna eat?
Oh, I'm just standing. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat after I cook. It's like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'll cook a whole meal and sit here and then have to smoke a bowl and get hungry. And then
We have to do some infusion recipes.
Mhm.
We really
yes. We have a friend that just bought a butter machine.
Okay.
So
Hey,
we're gonna
bro.
use that.
So if you're not busy later,
Yeah, so if you're watching, I'm not gonna say names because
Right. Everybody
they
would-
might not want to be exposed like the rest of these bitches. But yeah.
You see them a week later, they're like, "Bitch, did you just talk about it?"
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about any of those people.
All I can say is this is absolutely delicious.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
It's light.
We like this.
If you're on a diet and you're worried about the cream or any of that other stuff, it doesn't come off as heavy.
We know you're not worried.
Mm-mm.
There's no butter or cream in this dish at all.
Mhm.
I'm just playing. No, it's full of butter.
Oh no, it's full of
But,
butter. But you cannot tell. It's delicious. Everything just comes together
Good.
perfectly.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty, I think.
And I have to say that for the first time, I feel confident about eating salmon again.
Nice.
Because, like I said, after Alaska,
Okay.
when you eat fresh salmon and
It's
you
not the
try to
same.
eat farm raised or any of that after that,
It's not the same.
it's not the same, and you just lose the taste for it.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I've never been to Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
Cheers.
we are eating Atlantic salmon.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Mm.
Thanks for coming over.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for
This is
having
the first episode that we've ever done where,
Okay.
where food was involved, and
Brian, you might have to become a
mm-hmm.
regular.
Mm-hmm.
Just let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch.
Exactly. We have to come over every week.
Okay, that part.
Well, maybe not every week.
Not every week.
Right.
Maybe not
That's-
every week. Maybe a
cute,
once
but
a
nah.
month.
Yeah, we
Maybe a
could do like
once a
once
month
a
thing. Mm-hmm.
We used to do that. We haven't done that in a while. So
Mhm.
Brian and
Oh
I
my
and a
God,
few
you
other.
have hair all over you.
Do I? The wig hair. We used to all get together as a
Mhm.
group of
Let's
friends
set
and
this
cook and have like a once a month cookout. Like
Mhm.
I miss that, and we need to do that again, Brian.
Mhm.
I know.
That was fun. And we all still get along. We all like each other. So it's not like we fell off because whatever, but our lives took us in different directions. And we just kind of like.
Mhm.
But we used to like once a month we used to get together. We would all chip in and like buy ingredients and like have a cookout usually at his house or somebody's house.
Yeah, we do like crab boils.
Yeah.
Shrimp boil.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. I think the last one was at my house. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think y'all might have had one after that, but
No, it was at your house. That was the last one.
Gotcha.
It's been a while.
Mm.
It's definitely been a while.
We're just really enjoying. we are
Oh,
really,
Yes, I'm glad you are.
we are really just enjoying this meal.
we are. It's just
Mhm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I have to say that, you know what? I am so glad that we came over and did this episode because, you know, this is one of the things that I've always wanted to expand and do the show more.
Yeah.
Especially showing off everyone in the gay
Community.
community doing their thing.
Yeah.
Doing their thing. With
Everybody
their
does
special
something different.
skills
Hell
and
yeah,
this and
girl.
that. And let me tell you something. If it has food involved, I want to be more involved.
That part.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. You know, I forgot all the other topics we were going to talk
We
about.
really
'cause
did.
The
We
food
like
is so
I'm
good.
I think we got plenty.
I mean, because the food is so good, and you know, I was thinking, I don't mean no harm by saying this. I'm like, we probably gonna have a little snack, and then we have to stop at McDonald's to get a burger on the way home. But
I mean, if you do, it wouldn't hurt my feelings because I do that shit.
No.
Oh no.
No, you're saying I'm
You
glad
know,
that he's full. That if we weren't full, he would have stopped along
There's
the
more
way.
salmon if you need.
Oh no, we're gonna get on to the rest of the show, but this is delicious, and I love the fact that you were able. You cooked it in less than 10 minutes.
You really
Yeah,
did.
super
In a
easy.
Houston summer when you don't want to be around the stove for far too long, this is the perfect meal.
Yeah, and it's also easy if
Agreed.
you have everything like prepped before. Like I already have like everything, you know, like chopped up and have the potatoes going and whatnot. But it's just easy if you. It's called mise en place, everything in place. It's easy to do that. I mean, you can execute a dish in 10 minutes if you have everything
Brian,
ready.
curious question. Outside of cooking, what hobbies do you have? Do you do any? Are you with any organizations? Anything that people that should know about that?
Hobbies.
Besides smoking weed, like
Smoking marijuana is fine. No, my hobbies are probably bar hopping and
That's a hobby.
watching Bravo.
Are you on any shows right now? Are you on any seasons? What are you watching right now?
Oh, I always watch Housewives.
Okay.
So Housewives of everything. So they just canceled Dallas. Sad. Can you believe it, girls?
Who do they think they are?
I know. So, but I watch Housewives of everything, and then like Netflix and whatnot. But I don't really like have hobby. Like I literally cook all the time.
Yeah.
And, like I go out and have fun. I do like to do drag.
Yes.
So
Yes, she does. Charlie Champagne.
But yeah, Shirley Champagne. So whenever feeling lucky and feeling.
So that's one of your extracurriculars, like drag. You do drag.
Yeah, I
when
like
do
to
you
do stuff
perform
like that.
regularly anywhere, or just
No,
occasionally?
regularly anywhere. But I might be performing September 23rd at Rebar. So,
I mean, you are now. You mentioned it.
I did have a little chat with Blackberry. So we were a couple bevies deep in, but I think she said I could do a little number.
Are you doing Drag It On season 6?
I would not.
Which, by the way,
painting. I would just be performing, like just as a little cameo number.
yes. So just to mention, Blackberry, Houston drag queen, is doing her 6th season of Drag It On. She just announced the cast. She just announced the people. I saw one of them at JR's yesterday. They were performing.
Who, Jill?
Yeah. Which I bet is a hard working
Jill's
queen.
a bad
We
bitch.
love her.
She was actually.
She was on the show like when we did a Buddies episode.
Really?
Yeah.
She was runner-up for Desi's Drag Race last season, so she's
A hard working
bad
queen,
bitch.
girl. I've seen her come in like damn near with eyes closed, and as soon as they start trying to sing,
Yeah, she spins that thing and all kinds of like she has like a
Everything.
lightsaber. She fucking spins. She's good,
how dare you?
right? And then there's another contestant that I'm gonna mention because love her, Rudolph.
Oh,
Love
yes.
Rudolph. That's like the first time I ever did drag. I walked backstage and I was like, I need help because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And
So, do you have like any favorite shows right now in the Houston Montrose gay
That
scene
I like to go to and
that you
watch?
love to go to
Ooh,
watch?
yeah.
Who's your favorite
So-
queens?
my favorite queen is obviously my bestie, Ambi. So she's pretty good. She has a show at
Auntie fucking amazing. I saw her on Monday performing for Luna's show.
Let's say that's one of my favorite shows too.
Yes, I love Luna's Luna of the Lilies. I've talked to her before on the show. Her Monday night shows.
It's called Basura,
Yeah.
and which means trash, right?
Yes.
In Spanish. So what she is, she's a
Which is
fucking
literally
trash
everybody
bag.
at the
And she's
table.
like comedy, alt drag comedy, and it's like
It's just absolutely hilarious.
It's
Like,
carefree.
the shit
She
does
doesn't
is
give a
so
fuck, like in a
stupid.
good way. Like she just has fun with
Like
her
she
show.
wants you to boo for her. Like,
Yes,
if you don't
she
boo
does.
for her, then she's like she doesn't like applause. She likes to be booed.
Yes.
So her shows are always good.
They're so much
And she
fun.
has another one at Rebar on Friday nights called
Yes.
Eating Out with Luna.
There you go.
So you have to go check her out there too. Blackberry is always a good time. I love any show
Yes.
Blackberry hosts. And then Rain LaRue is always great at Millennial Dolls. with
Yes,
all her
Melinda
little
on and her
girls.
Snatch show that Ripcord as well.
Oh, Snatch as well, Rip. Everything. Like, there's always a show that I don't know why Houston doesn't have a bigger drag name. It really
to
should
be
because
honest,
there's so many good drag queens.
there is.
There's so many good shows.
And
I
we
just
know
don't-
the majority of these
Right.
entertainers.
And now we have like all these RuPaul girls coming to move here. We had Silky.
Who do you think they are?
And then we have another one that just moved here not too long ago.
Like lives in Houston now?
Yeah, they both moved. Like they both moved here because they're like, well, this city's cheap, so let's move.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they came here. Silky just said that she had a house here like not too long ago, and then who's the other one?
Silky's working on her PhD though. Silky is.
She's a doctor. That bitch is a doctor.
That bitch
Is
is
she
a
really?
doctor. Yes, that bitch is a doctor.
Oh, so she's milking the RuPaul.
Yeah,
money right
that's
now.
why you never hear
She's
on
got-
he always calls her Doctor
Oh,
Silky
I don't.
Meganot.
Okay,
Yes,
I love the show,
exactly.
but I don't follow it like that.
Because she
so-
has her PhD in something.
She has a. I forget what she's doing.
Smart.
She is super smart.
She is kind.
I watched her. By the way,
She's important.
Queens. If y'all really want to watch a show where you really want to know your drag queens, Hey Queen.
Okay.
Hey Queen
How do we
on
find that show?
YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
And Hey Queen, this is Johnny Mcgovern. At one time, it was Johnny Mcgovern, and I'm trying to remember the queen's name. She just passed away during COVID. By the way, she didn't die of COVID. She died of other circumstance. Lady Rhea.
Okay.
And I've been following Hey Queen for about 4 or 5 years. She's been around, and she's
Nice.
interviewed literally every drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race. A lot of people in the gay community. He was, for some of us older gays, he did a lot of music videos in the 90s.
Okay.
He was kind of a gay rapper back then, which was
Unheard of.
unheard of. He was into the house music scene, this and that. So
multifaceted, just
Yeah,
all
he's
over
been-
the place.
yeah, and so he started. One of the reasons why I started the show was because I am a huge fan of Hey Queen,
Yeah.
and Johnny McGovern's interviewing skills are amazing, better than most other interviewers that I've seen out there in the world. He will literally look up everything about you and know who you are
As a person.
as a
entertainer.
person, an entertainer, that kind of
Nice.
thing. So I learned all my stuff from him. So shout out to Hey Queen, shout out to Johnny
Shout out to my
McGovern
homie. Going out
because
for it.
this is one of the reasons why I wanted to start a podcast because
Oh, nice. Oh,
yeah,
that's an
exactly.
inspiration. Okay.
He is an inspiration. He loves the California gay scene. I love the Houston gay scene.
I do too. Yeah.
And this is one of the
Yeah, that's
reasons
awesome
why.
gay scene.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
Look, Shirley.
Here's one of the reasons why I wanted to start a podcast about the Houston gay scene, because it is problematic.
That's any scene though, girl.
But Houston is unique. It's a little problematic.
It's any scene.
And
Any scene.
but I'm seeing change, and change
Change
in the
don't
community
come.
is happening in Houston.
Yeah.
So I want to celebrate it as much as I possibly can, because I want to see the change continue.
Correct.
Because when you do see the change and no one recognizes it, it goes away. But when people start to recognize it, it continues to move forward. And I think that the Houston scene
That's deep.
is starting to move forward.
Yes.
This is why I'm in love with the drag scene in Houston, because for the longest time, by the way, you want to really learn about Houston drag, you go to 80s, 90s drag. And let me tell you something, Houston was the center of attention at the time.
Yeah, I believe it.
It was the center, but I think after the 90s and the
You've
early
been around
2000s,
since like the 1800s. So.
yeah, I have been. So I've seen the growth.
You've seen when wigs were first created. Yeah, I've seen the growth.
I mean, I remember the days when Houston Gay Pride
horsehair as a wig.
was in Montrose. That's how old I am. So I'm not ashamed to say it,
Of
because
course.
I love
Pride Parade?
when the Pride Parade was in Montrose
Yep.
off of Westheimer.
Yep.
When I was a teenager,
Back in the day, guys.
Westheimer used to be the place that the kids used to come down and hang out in high school, straight and gay kids would cruise up and down Westheimer in the late 80s, early 90s.
Cruise. What kind of cruising?
Riding in the car. They would ride in the car,
Oh,
they
that
would
kind
show
of
off their
cruising.
cars.
Morning.
They would walk the streets, they would go to the arcades. Arcades, by the way, were huge back then.
Take us away.
Go to the arcades,
Thank
play
you,
video
Frederick.
games, that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Like adult arcades?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we were.
regular arcade.
No, unfortunately, we were teenagers, and they really did try to get the teenage thing going on. So it was all about video games, and, and you go down the street, get an icy. The bars were on the back streets, and if you were a secret gay kid, like a lot of my friends were, you walked down the back streets,
You got your DS or what?
and you snuck into the bars.
Is this like DP with DS?
DS, dick sucking.
No. You wanted. It was all about going to the gay bars.
Period.
It was up.
Did
You were
ever,
16.
end up at the ripcord and.
Ripcord was there.
Back in the day, Ripcord. Not the new Ripcord. The old.
But you know what?
I know.
Honestly,
The ripcord like 7 years ago.
Okay, that Ripcord.
I think
Which we mean it was a little more like
Yeah, you
wild
could walk back
and
there
free.
and literally like
Take a load off.
Ooh, exactly.
More ways than one.
You have a long day at work, you go to the ripcord.
That's it. Period.
I honestly spent from 15 to 17 trying to get into JRs, never could get into.
You still can't get into JRs. Them motherfuckers ID you. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
They're like,
But you know what? My friends.
Their opinions do not reflect my own.
No. But my friends.
Their opinions are individual.
Back in
oh, I
the
forgot
day-
she worked there. So.
Back in the day, my friends and I don't want to say it in this.
Charles, if you're watching, their opinions are individually their own opinions.
No, which is good. It's
Not
good for
mine.
you, Charles.
It
Good
was-
for you, like, not
You
letting
leave her out of this.
Mhm.
She did nothing to you.
But yeah, I remember a lot of my friends would tell me the stories about when they would sneak into JRs when they were 16, 17.
We don't
years
condone
old.
that.
They don't condone that anymore. Trust me.
We are a fine establishment in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
They IDing like this and like that. So
Mm-hmm.
we're trying
Exactly.
At least we do
to-
it.
and you have to wear a mask to get in again.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, their opinions are theirs. They do not reflect mine.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your first gay bar? Do you remember, like, your first gay bar experience?
My first gay bar experience in Houston, Texas was I moved to Houston, Texas in 2010. And I didn't go out literally until about a year after living here and finally like getting situated. So one of my first experiences was JR's was one of them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, Bayou City, when it was still open, where Buddy's is located now.
Okay.
That used to be Bayou City. So the people that I met at the time, that's where they primarily loved to hang out.
Right.
It wasn't Eagle yet. Eagle, it was still 611.
Mm-hmm.
There was a spot called 611 before Eagle opened their bar where they're at. Blur was another one. So my main hotspots was Bayou City, Blur, and JR's at the time.
This is funny because you're a millennial, so you're remembering your hotspots.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Gen X's hotspots.
Oh.
Blur used to be a bar called Pacific Street.
Yeah, I've heard about that one.
Yes, and Pacific Street was notorious if you wanted to get some and a little. So it was notorious back in the day.
Still is.
Mhm. Back in the day,
Yes,
and then
Blur.
South Beach was a little dance bar called Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the
Was South
entry-
Beach like the same location?
Yeah.
Yes, Heaven was Charles Armstrong opened up Heaven, and we had a great Heaven. The foam
Yes,
parties.
Queen. Oh,
The
I've
foam
heard
parties
about the
were
foam parties,
no.
girl.
Okay, so
Glorious.
that's the first gay
They
bar I
were
went to was South
notorious
Beach
for their-
because
They were
I had to
notorious.
sign a waiver to get in
Mm-hmm.
to South Beach. So
Yeah.
that was the
Mhm.
first gay bar I ever went to.
Mm-hmm. But South Beach had just
Girl, I used to
Closed.
go down in the foam party. I got into
Yes.
Houston right at the end of the
Mhm.
foam parties.
Mhm.
Right at the
Yeah,
end.
those film parties, and then there would be like CO2 that would shoot from under the ground.
nitrogen was shoot
Yeah,
down from.
nitrogen. Yeah.
Now, by the way, you were
Cool.
probably how old at the time?
I was
You- 18.
18. Now I'm
18.
31.
I was
You was a baby gay.
I was a baby gay.
I was probably
Who wasn't
about
gay?
31 when it became South Beach.
Dang.
Yeah, so I was about 31 when it became South Beach. And the whole nitrogen thing was super cool. It was so modern.
Well, yeah.
At the time, it was the most modern thing that we had ever seen.
Yeah, you're dancing and you get like this
Yes.
huge.
Blast
And
of
everybody lights up the
nitrogen.
little crystal pipes.
Mhm.
Nobody
Yes.
So fine.
you get this cold blast
Yeah.
on the dance floor, and then the bars had this little cold thing where you could set your drink.
Whoa.
You set your drink down, and it would freeze up to here,
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
and it was so
I want that
cool.
to come back, low key.
It was
Right?
Low key.
so
I have
cool.
not seen that anywhere.
Dancers all over the bar. By the way, all the dancers were straight. We couldn't figure out why
Mhm.
all the dancers.
They were hot as fuck too.
And they were hot as fuck, but they were all straight. And yes, they were all straight at South Beach, and we couldn't figure out why.
They were gay
But
for
they
pay
made
though.
so much
Gay
money.
for pay though. I
Oh, yeah.
They
got
made
it.
so much money. I had
watch
literally.
shows like that.
I literally talked to a guy who was going to med school.
They had the hottest guys there.
Yeah,
they
they-
really did.
yeah.
Have some daddies. That was a time when that
Mhm.
one guy I forget his name now, but he used to like run the dancer thing
Mhm.
in Montrose. Then he passed away, and then that decimated.
Mhm.
There was this one guy that the neighborhood had that you can call, and that was your go-to guy to hire dancers. And he had the hottest dancers every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Meteor had some hot dancers too.
Mhm.
There's this a guy, I called him Tarzan. Hey, he's on Facebook. I called him Tarzan, and it was I think
Hey,
my like
T-Daddy.
23rd birthday, and we went to Meteor.
Meteor.
And-
Oh my
Back in
God.
the day.
Meteor.
Oh my
was,
God.
oh my God.
Period.
Yeah, I had
Mhm.
never like. I think that was like the first time I hadn't been there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, his showers on stage. What the f?
Okay.
So I literally spent like
Mhm.
so much money on Tarzan,
Mm-hmm.
and he was a blonde Tarzan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So here's another cube.
Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm.
Had so much fun, and then afterwards I added him on Facebook. We're still friends on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
He lives in like either Austin or Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
but he would drive here or
Yes.
take a bus here from Austin or Dallas to
Girl.
dance because he didn't want anybody seeing him.
Okay.
Sorry, if you're on there,
Tarzan.
Tarzan. Using your nickname.
She's exposing you.
But he would take a
What
bus.
was a nickname? So.
And then
Apologies
he
in
would
advance.
like text me sometimes and be like, "Hey, can I like sit on your couch?" And I was like, "Oh, probably not."
Why
Because I
not?
didn't know him
Girl,
like that.
why not?
But like, do you think that we would have like hooked up?
Durr.
I would have loved it.
Girl,
but
Tarzan
then-
would have taken you to the
I would
woods.
have loved it.
You would have been his Jane.
I know. He basically did that to me at Meteor. So
Mhm. And this is fun because this is like a
As she sips of the whiskey.
this is a casual conversation when you have like the perfect days.
Yeah.
You've had a fantastic dinner. Now you're having cocktails afterwards.
yeah, talking about
And-
Tarzans.
Yes, exactly. Talk about all the fun you have or had in the past.
Okay.
And now you're doing your thing, and we all grow up
We do.
at a certain point.
I still haven't. But
Yeah.
I grew up some time ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
I grew up.
I need to start growing up more because lately I have.
I've been meaning
bad.
to talk to you about that,
I
Brian.
know. I've been just like I haven't been like bad. You know what? Quarantine did it to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like literally,
That
like
was
I
your
was on a
turning
great
point.
path. I was doing so good.
You had a good trajectory.
And then
Were
this
you
whole
going forward?
pandemic happened, and then I was like, I mean, what else is there to do besides like get high and wasted?
And get your dick sucked,
So, exactly.
What were you
hard
getting?
life you were living at the
I
time?
was getting my dick sucked during this pandemic.
Not during the pandemic. I wouldn't let anybody in the house.
Why not?
I wouldn't even touch anybody walking down the street.
Girl, why
I'm
not?
trying to think of like, did I do anything during the pandemic?
You should have.
I did nothing during the
So you
pandemic.
tell me I'm the only one that did something?
No,
Brian?
actually, I like.
Here we
did,
go.
I did.
Spill tea, girl. Spill the
Um,
tea.
So actually, like the first
Sip some more
day
whiskey,
of
girl.
the pandemic, I was in Dallas, so I was going to TBRU, Texas Texas Bear Roundup. Yeah,
Yes.
TBRU,
Yes.
and it was my
I was
first
behind
time
some-
ever going to anything like that. I don't go to stuff
They
like
have
that,
the best
guys.
bear events up there.
in Dallas.
Yes, they
We
really
started
do.
going.
Okay.
I need to find me like a chaser that's not a
We
piece
should
of
do a
shit.
show.
You're talking about.
I want to go. I want to
but-
go one of the campgrounds because I keep hearing them.
Yeah, I want to go.
Growler
Grizzly
keeps-
Pines. Grizzly
Let's
Pines.
go. Dude,
Growler
we should do
keeps- Growler keeps advertising all these campground places
Especially
that you
Grizzly
go,
Pines, girl.
where there's
Y'all should do
cabins and
a podcast
pools.
out at
That would
Grizzly
be
Pines.
huge.
I
We
have
have
to-
to contact them. Make sure
Mhm.
they're cool with it.
Yeah.
They're very strict though,
Mhm.
so we just have to make sure they're okay with it.
You probably just couldn't video. You could probably just do
That's
like
true.
recording
Audio.
Mhm.
But I mean, why not have? a
Or
bunch
if
of
we do
videos
video,
on
it can
there?
only
We could
point
probably
one direction.
do a podcast and do pictures.
That, or I'm sure we can do video. We just have to like say,
Yeah.
okay, we're only recording this area, so you can't see
Exactly.
anything that's going on.
Yeah.
Maybe have a
Or
couple
the-
of people,
Undies,
sexy people
yeah.
walking in the background.
Undies on this way.
Mhm,
Or we can just invite
exactly.
them over here to my place,
Mhm.
And we can have a bear party here.
I can cook them dinner, and we can have like a little bear party here. This place is
Get
small,
them drunk.
It's small.
but we
Smoke
could
'em out.
definitely,
It's small, but you could probably get like, what 15, 20 people
Yeah.
in here.
for
Easily.
sure. I've had
Everybody packed on
more
top of each
We've
other.
got a really good
energy.
session here.
Just like-
Mhm.
No,
we
I
did
think
the
the most
friends
I've had here
dinners.
is,
We
like,
would have
12.
like packed this whole living room up
Mhm.
Yeah.
easily.
Mhm. Turn off the air conditioner.
Turn off the lights.
Make sure everybody has to take off their shirt.
Have one red light in the corner.
Girl, my air conditioner broke. We gonna have to.
Girl,
we gonna have to sit around in our underwear.
Girl,
so
my
we
We're all
get
gonna be
cool.
sweaty.
We're gonna be a little
Um,
sweaty, but we'll be all right.
No, I would love to like go to one of those. I've never been to
Mhm.
like a campsite like that before, and I'm also like into like that kind of like how do you say that?
Yeah.
Expedition.
Right, expedition.
Whatever.
She's
I like shit like that. I like PDA.
She got that expedition WAP.
Yeah,
She like
exactly.
walks
like
on the
PDA
beach,
like that.
walks
So,
in the
like,
park.
Love a good walk in the park.
Wink.
I want to walk on the beach. I love a walk on the beach.
Oh, you're a beach guy.
I love to
I'm
run
not
in
saying
the
that.
ocean. I love all. I just think to me that's romantic.
Oh, so fuck the woods then?
No, I'm not a big fan of the woods. I spent time in
You have more
Alaska
fun
in the woods.
though.
I'm more of like.
Let me tell you something. I spent time in
the.
I spent time in the woods in Alaska. The
got
woods in
head- I got
Alaska
head
are
at the
scary.
beach. I got head at the beach one time.
Animals that I thought were cute and small.
Okay.
Animals that I thought were
Galveston
cute
out
and
of all
small and
places.
cuddly in the Alaskan woods turned out to be bigger than I thought they were.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
scary. The first time I saw a porcupine in Alaska,
Did you get
I thought it was going to be like this tiny little cute little thing that you don't want to hug it, but you kind of want to like.
They're huge.
This thing was like this big, sitting on top of a tree. I'm like, I don't want to be out here anymore. I don't want to be out
I'm
here.
done.
My restaurant was closed. I worked at a restaurant in Alaska. Was closed down
Because of
because
the
a
porcupine?
giant moose blocked the front door with its baby calf, and everybody said if you walk outside, you're gonna get killed.
You die.
You have to stay inside.
My God.
And I'm like, first of all, have you ever seen a moose up close?
Bitch,
It's
I will
10 feet
fight
tall.
that moose.
I just seen
I
them hang
will
out
pull up
on
on
It's
that
10
hoe.
foot tall, girl.
Oh.
An
I saw
adult
a girl
moose.
there the other day.
It's
I
10
still
foot
pull
tall.
up. What? I'd be like, catch me outside.
Bears.
moose. We gon' throw some knuckles.
You know what the park ranger told us a story about a family who went out in the woods, and this
They got
dumbass
eaten.
family
They got eaten.
decided that they wanted to try to pet a bear, and they all got decapitated.
For the
and he
gram.
told the most graphic story
Ew.
to a bunch of people, including kids, about why you don't go out in the woods and touch bears.
That part.
And I said, you know what? I need to get out of Alaska.
I was just in California and I saw a bear for the first time. It was
For
like
real? A wild bear?
a wild.
Where'd you
bear.
go? Where in California?
Big Bear.
Mhm.
Isn't that funny? What's a big
The
bear?
irony.
I'm a big bear. Big Bear and Big Bear. Yeah, so one of my best friends.
Is it a grinder
just moved out
hookup?
there.
Mhm.
No. One of my friends just moved out there, and I went out there and saw his new place and stuff. And literally, they live in the back of the National State Forest or whatever the fuck it's called. And a bear, we call him Smokey, came out and he dug into the trash cans and stuff.
Yes, he
Mhm.
did.
He did.
Yeah.
So-
La basura.
And there's squirrels there, like you said, like animals like up north are like large. There's squirrels there are like this big. Like
They're
nobody, I was like,
large.
what
Size
the
of
fuck
your
is
dog.
that? And they're like, that's a squirrel. I was like, no.
No. I'm like, no.
In
I'm
Texas,
out.
they're this
Yeah.
little.
No, I don't want to.
I was like,
no.
no. Like,
Mm-mm.
where do y'all feed these motherfuckers?
Mm,
Seriously.
no, it's like, wait a minute. All the animals that I thought were cute little. The mosquitoes in Alaska? You think they're tiny? Nope.
Mosquitoes in Alaska?
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
Okay.
What
Yo.
the fuck?
They're probably like
A female
this big.
mosquito is about this big,
I
whereas a
believe it.
Texas mosquito is about this big.
Mhm.
And during the dry season, girl, they were everywhere. And I'm like,
God.
oh, there was not enough off. I literally carried I had cans of off like gun holsters because I was like, just doing all of this.
I'm
Boom.
allergic to mosquitoes.
Are you?
I
Are
am.
you seeing?
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Oh no.
How?
I don't know when they fucking bite me. Like
I just know I'm allergic. I don't know how. There's not a medical.
the bites get really big.
I just think it's
Yeah.
funny how you
Just
make up
like
your own
just like on me, the
sickness.
bites get really big.
Yes, I'm one of those people that I'm sick all the time,
Mhm.
and I need attention.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That explains. Period. So what's your next thing? What's your next project? Catch us up. What's gonna happen to Brian Brumly next? You're in the works of something that may or may not be on TV. You can't really go too much
Can't describe
into
anything
it.
like that because that's like number one rule is you don't ever talk about casting.
You never
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah.
So,
And we talked about
Can you
that
talk
a
about
little
how
bit
this-
earlier.
Can you talk about how this opportunity came about?
I got a message on Instagram and she was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "What's up?" And then we
Hey,
did an
mama.
interview and they loved me. So that's it. They loved me.
Well, we
And-
love you. I mean, honestly,
That's
this is one of the funnest interviews
Hell yeah,
I
so
think
far.
I've ever had.
Fuck yes, you are the best.
Aw.
You're one of the
I think I'm a
best.
fun person, so.
I was a little
Other
worried
people will say
because when we
otherwise.
first started, I'm like, oh, he's gonna be the shy chef. Please don't
Oh
be
no,
the
I'm not
shy
shy
chef.
at all.
Please don't.
Yeah,
I didn't see the wig in the corner. If I had seen the wig in the corner, I would have been a little bit more.
I know he was perfect for this.
Yeah.
I get whiskey and I'm good to go. Period. Poo, baby.
But once again, 25 years in the restaurant business, chefs never disappoint me.
Ever.
They're the biggest personalities.
Oh,
They're
they
the
are.
worst. Oh my God. They curse like sailors.
Of course.
Horrible at it.
They are horrible people in the kitchen.
But they're
horrible people in the
When I go
kitchen.
to my
Friendly as fuck
mom's
outside the
house,
kitchen.
like,
But as
I'm
soon
always
as-
like, fuck. And
But
my
as
stepdad's
soon as
just
they
being
get you
like,
out of work, they will buy you drinks and go, girl, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
Yeah, sorry
about what I
I was an
said.
asshole
I'm
to you.
sorry. I was an asshole to
Yeah,
you.
you're a cunt.
Okay, are you still
Sometimes.
paying for the drinks? Because you need to pay for all the drinks for all the shit that you said to me in the kitchen when I was trying to help
I
you.
know. When I started serving, the chefs, so we had to wear red shirts to work.
Ew.
And the chefs, I fucking hated them. They're from
Wherever you
Guatemala.
are right now, fuck you.
But they, Arturo, fuck you.
Period.
Um,
That's how I feel about
I would
everything.
Yeah, but
walk back there
Arturo
wearing
had
my
the best dick.
Red
though.
shirt. Ooh, he probably did not. I would wear my red shirt and he would call me a grande tomato. So I'd be like, a fake tomato because I was wearing a red shirt and I was fat. And I was like, fuck you. So years went on and
Wait, he called you a tomato?
grande tomato was my nickname.
What an
I
asshole.
know. What a little
Fuck you, Arturo.
I didn't say.
Fuck you.
By the way, I didn't say chefs are perfect people. They're terrible people.
And he
No,
wasn't
they're
even a chef.
terrible
He was
people.
like
A
just
fake ass chef.
Just
Just took on the title. Okay.
So,
Y'all, you know what the funny thing is? Y'all act all at the same. As soon as y'all get behind that line,
Mm-hmm.
whether you're a sous
Ego's
chef
a
all the way
personality.
up, yeah, it's that personality
he
where
was
it's
a
like,
bitch. But you know what? So I can be a little bitch sometimes too. But I'm usually pretty sweet.
All the time, actually, Brian. I
I'm
tried
pretty
to correct
sweet.
you.
I don't think I'm like ever like mad at anybody.
No, you're not an angry person. I've never seen you, but you're always fun, friendly, easygoing.
Now, if you piss me the fuck
Except
off,
Oh, I've seen that. When I've seen you pissed off at
Except-
other people. Yeah.
Except when it comes to the front of the house. And let me tell you something, when it comes to the front of the house, this is why I make sure every place I work, I want to get to know the kitchen. Because I'm working in front of the house, I need to make sure that if I cannot piss off the people in the kitchen.
What do you do in the restaurant industry?
I'm usually a waiter or bartender.
Okay.
And I have made it a point, because I learned this a long time ago, to make sure that you get to know the kitchen staff.
Of course.
Oh, always.
And because the kitchen
Befriend
staff
them
will
first.
always take care of you, no matter what.
Defend
You
them
could be
first.
in,
Yeah.
everybody else could be in the weeds. Their food is
If
taking
you're going with the
25,
kitchen,
30 minutes.
You're good. You're solid.
25, 30 minutes. But your food comes out at 5 and 10.
Yeah, I
They
was
make sure.
working at this bar
Mm-hmm.
during the pandemic. We all know where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
And
Why don't you tell us where it's at?
No, don't do that.
I'm not gonna say the bar's
No,
name
don't do
because
that.
Everybody knows
Let-
where I worked during the pandemic.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Can you describe it?
No.
It's this beautiful bar. And
It's just a beautiful
monstrous.
bar. Julio, don't do that.
And there was this guy that
Mhm.
I hate.
thought he was so cool.
Mhm.
He's actually the pillar of the community.
Mhm.
And you might know him.
They always are. The
Brian's,
shade.
Brian's opinions and beliefs are his own. They do not
May
reflect
know him.
mine.
Anyways, he came back there and was like, I need a pizza! And I was like, first off, nobody fucking talks to me like that.
First of
Second
all,
off,
sir.
what closed? And I told you that.
Mhm.
And he just did not accept the fact that we were closed and that I had already told him that I was done cleaning up the motherfucking kitchen. So she tried to go off on me. And ma'am, did she? No.
No.
Shut her down real motherfucking quick. Does she work there anymore?
Yeah, real gangster on her.
Bye. So that was that story. Don't fuck with me, okay?
Oh my god.
And then I worked there after her for a long time.
Period. Oh, period.
Oh my god.
Get it, girl.
So, also, I
So-
think I mentioned this. She's a pillar in the community.
Mhm.
Is she?
Is she?
No.
Is she? 'Cause I've known many pillars of the community, and
Me
they've
too.
never been.
Girl, we've seen them all.
We've
The
seen
good,
them all.
the bad, and the ugly.
If anybody ever calls me the pillar of the community, I'm gonna go to therapy and figure out why.
Okay.
Right?
What did I do
She
wrong?
calls herself that.
What did I do wrong? I need to fix that because I do not want to be the pillar of the community.
I love you.
I wanted to be the bitch who was like, you know what? I love you, bitch, but I saw you when you were falling down,
I saw
drunk,
them the other day
and
too.
it's such and such,
Yeah.
and then you went to work the next day like it was nothing, or any of that kind of shit. Because you have to be real, and being real. I love a queen that's real, and we all fall down, we
Real
all mess
fake.
up.
Yeah.
I don't like the fake queens. Don't try to act like one thing.
You're in the wrong industry.
Right.
Don't try to act like one thing when you're out and then another when you get home.
So it's like, we're shady as fuck, but like,
Yes.
let me say something.
Say it, girl. Preach. Hallelujah.
We can
Tabernacle.
Gays are the nicest people you're ever gonna meet until you piss us the fuck off.
Period.
Okay?
That's true.
We've been through too much
That's
to
true.
deal with the bullshit. So don't come at us with all these fucking stupid opinions you have. We'll come at you with them. Okay?
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Julio said, Joel, I want you to watch more TikTok because we're gonna do TikTok videos eventually. And I'm like, okay. I'm not a big fan of TikTok, but I
I was
watch
like
it.
against it at first.
And let me tell you something. I spent 12 hours on TikTok
He
because
went
I
to
could not get
TikTok black
enough.
hole. He went to TikTok.
I could not get enough of TikTok.
It is.
Could not get enough of TikTok. And I ran across this one video where this black girl was talking. She goes, well, I was having an argument with this other person. And we were just arguing, debating back and forth. But then she brought her gay friend on. And then we started gay arguing. And she goes, wait a minute. I can't do gay arguing. Have y'all ever argued with a gay? You
You're
can't
not gonna
argue
win,
with a
sweetie.
gay.
Exactly.
You took this argument up to a level that I can't get to.
You're not gonna win.
I had to go get my. She's like, it's like Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I'm sorry. It's
I
like Pokemon.
I like
She goes,
Pokemon.
I don't play that.
the straight girl threw out her
I'm a
gay.
Pokemon
I had to
fan.
throw out my gay because you can't. No.
I had to throw out my gay.
You can't gay argue. I can argue with you as another person, but you
Shirley Champagne.
Exactly. And I laughed, but I had so much of appreciation because as a gay person, first of all, and let me tell you something, arguing with other gay people, girl, it's a mess.
It is.
It's,
Gays arguing is the messiest
it's
thing
the
ever.
messiest thing
It's like,
ever.
slapping hands,
But
bullshit.
you-
Like,
But you know,
it
but you know the funny thing is that
Their
if
expressions.
you know the funny thing is though, it's the fact that if anything were to happen to the other person,
Right.
we go, you know what? Oh, wait a minute.
Right.
No.
Right.
We will get each other's back in a heartbeat. Even if we don't like each other, we will get each other's
I don't
back
like
in
you
a heartbeat.
sometimes. But
Mm.
I don't like you.
It would have to be a level of you. Look, you would have to do something so dastardly in the gay community that
This
yeah,
whiskey is hitting right now. I'm like.
that other gays are not going to come. But when it's
there's a couch for you to lay down. I might touch it, but I mean, just
I'm changing my name to Tarzan.
Yeah, he's changing his name to Tarzan. I'm about to put this wig on him. And
He's gonna be my Jane.
But yeah, exactly.
Swing on the road.
This is why I love the gay community. Sometimes we might not like each other, but eventually we love each other.
yeah, you know
We
what?
do. We
I
will
did
stand
this
by each
guy.
I
other.
always say we love to hate, hate to love.
I met this guy at the Eagle like right when I moved here. Like I guess it was like 7-8 years ago. Well, I've always lived in Houston, but right when I started going out, and his name was Ruben. Hey, Ruben.
Hey, girl, hey.
And
Hey, girl,
we
hey.
literally were at the Eagle, and we told
Is
each
that my
other.
coworker?
We were like, no,
Oh.
he's just like a guy
Girl.
that went there.
And
And yeah.
why you stirring up a pot?
I told him, I was like, I will
Why
fucking
not?
cut your throat. I told him that. And he was like, and he's Hispanic, and he was like, you don't know who my brother is. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Like, this guy's in the fucking like. Anyways,
Sure,
like
no.
2 months later, back at the Eagle, and he was like, hey, like, what we did was just so stupid. And I was like, it was stupid. And now we're
Forgive me,
like,
lover.
we're cool. He even messaged me the other day. He was like, hey, I'll be in Vegas the same time as you are. Like, let's meet up.
Oh.
We met up in New York City. I took him to a drag show there. Like, we're cool.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
just because, like, we tell each other we're going to slit each other's throats and beat each other's asses does not mean that we're not going to be friends.
Yeah, exactly.
It just means that we can hang out in a different city
Exactly.
and get to know each other.
And the first time I saw Julio, I thought I was going to beat his ass, but
Did you really?
no.
I was about to say, what? I thought it was all love from the
I know,
get.
it was like
From
love
the
get-go.
jump.
Girl, you
Now I'm
are.
I
like,
met
now
you-
I want to beat his ass.
Yeah, I don't blame you. A lot of people do. I met you at the Eagle. I was
Yeah, it was the
bartending.
Eagle.
You used to come in real quiet, shy. This bitch, surprisingly, we're coming real quiet, low key,
Was I
shy.
shy?
You were quiet. You kept to yourself unless spoken to.
This bitch was shy.
That's what. Yes, initially.
This
Well,
bitch.
I love to. Also, I like to go out by myself.
Yes,
too.
you do.
I love to go sit at the bar by myself, and I
Yes.
love to people watch and drink my whiskey and have my little happy meal. My happy meal.
But I would
is
approach
the
him and
whiskey
just talk to
and
him, converse with
Fireball.
him, and just get to know him in general.
And
More wig hairs.
more big cares. Yeah, so that's where I met Julio, and then what? You moved from there to...
I went to Buddy's for a year,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm at JR's, correct. So yeah, I went from place to place to place.
Yeah, but it was all within like pandemic happening.
Correct.
Like
Yeah,
that.
And I don't regret anything. Somebody talked to me the other day, it's like, oh, you're switching bars to bars. I was like, honestly, I don't regret. If anything, I've learned something at each place.
You're like, I'm just doing what every monstrous bartender does.
Yes.
Is go to every bar and...
That part. Yeah, at some point, yeah.
But not everyone does that.
Because some bars come up with their bullshit really hard, and you either you're with it or you're not. And I'm one of those people like, look, if it's too toxic, if it's too if the environment's not there for me, I'm not gonna stick around. I don't care. And I had a conversation with one of my old coworkers that was like, look, I was here for this many times and for this amount of time, and in the time that I was here, it didn't feel like I was in the family setting. I just always felt toxic, negative, and business. And I said, it's no shade towards you or the business. It's just the people that were running it or were inside. So I was like, girl, bye.
And for me, starting off the podcast and everything else. By the way, I'm not fixing to get into that. Click here or click here if you want to know about me and Julio's story, because there's videos on that.
Or click here to find out my Instagram link.
Click here. But the fact you don't give a fuck.
But the fact of the matter is that I had heard some stories, but I realized that we all have stories about each other.
Of course.
And then I'm like, you know what? Well,
we know the same people. We all talk.
We all know the
shit
same
about each other.
people. But when people come in and say,
it's
"Hey,
a
I'm
small
gonna
community,
I'm gonna come in here and help. I like what you're doing, so I'm gonna help you do that."
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, well that's fine. I don't know where that came from. We talked to you once, and then suddenly you want to do all this other stuff. I'm always suspicious because that's what I grew up in.
Same. You don't know what somebody's about to do.
Exactly.
That part. And I feed off of energy. So if I'm in a place and I'm not happy there, or I'm not feeling like, I don't like to put myself through an unnecessary. If I'm not happy where I'm at, I'm gonna go somewhere else. I don't care. And that's what I was telling somebody. It's like, I don't regret going anywhere else. I don't regret where I'm at now, because every step of the way I got smarter and I got to see more. Yeah, honestly, that's the reason.
Exactly.
That's the reason I would leave.
Exactly.
Just for my personal happiness. Like, I'm not gonna sacrifice
Well, you
myself.
can't show your PP anymore, but
That I can sometimes.
You can share your what?
Show my, because like
you know how he loves to take pictures of his penis before his shit.
He likes to take pictures. I already know.
I
As much
can
as
still do that.
oh my god, have you seen my pages? Have you seen my pages, girl?
So
there's
like,
a picture of me, and then there's a picture of Julio, and I'm like, what the fuck, girl?
So what
no,
Brian
girl.
is talking about, what Brian is talking about, when I used to work at the Eagle, when I used to work at Buddies, I used to take like my pictures with my short shorts and things like that, and like, I would wear short shorts commando. And my thing would just be swanging everywhere.
Girl, you did that at Buddies too.
I did
You
that
did that
at
at
Buddies, I
Buddies.
did that at Eagle. But then JR's
My
a little
favorite
more
picture.
stricter.
He went on vacation. He went on vacation to
The
Florida.
water's blue.
Oh yeah.
And he took a picture
I
of
was like,
the.
is it?
He took a picture of the ocean while he's laying back, and all you see is his penis. And I'm like,
How beautiful is this water? And everybody's like, let's talk about your penis.
let's talk. I'm like, I don't. What water? All I see is your penis,
Where's
man.
the water?
I mean,
There's water. There's a
Right.
comments that are like, there's water.
And it was hanging to the left, and I went, oh my god.
Still remembers.
And I'm like, oh my. Well, at least I know which way the wind was blowing.
Scary.
That
That was the Fort Lauderdale vacation. I had fun there.
And you know what he told me? He goes, girl, I was just taking a picture of the ocean.
That's
Bitch,
it.
you lie.
I was
That's
showing
a
the
damn lie.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
He was
That is
thirsty.
the truth.
He was
Where
thirsty in Fort Lauderdale.
period. Fort Lauderdale was cute. I like Fort
I haven't been
Lauderdale.
to Fort
Fort Lauderdale is awesome.
Let me
I
tell you
had a
something.
really good time.
We went on a cruise and we went to Miami. Oh my god, love Miami.
Yeah.
Love
Miami
South Beach.
is low key ratchet nowadays.
South Beach. Oh my god.
It's become ratchet because the flights are so cheap to get there. Like the ratchet people are flying
but
in the hundreds.
You know what?
It's become ratchet.
What really
Ocean Drive, all that.
That's why I stay in Destin,
What
Florida.
really surprised me about
By the
South
beach.
Beach, though, I thought we were gonna meet like this huge Cuban community. Nothing but Italians. It was Italians
No,
everywhere.
I'm looking for the Cubans.
It was Italian men everywhere.
Fatties, girl.
I'm like, what part of Miami? What part of South Beach are we in? There's hot Italian men everywhere.
I
Everywhere.
had a little job I was supposed to go out and do in Miami. Never so I interviewed for it and everything. He was like, "Will you be the executive chef?" And I was like, "Absolutely not," because I had just graduated from culinary school, and that was just too much for me. I could never step into a restaurant and become an executive chef just like that. And he was determined that I could do it, and I was like, probably not. So I didn't do it, and the restaurant's no longer there. So, but no, I would went to Miami and partied for a little bit. Like, why the fuck not? I heard it's fun. I do want to go to that, what is it, the
Palace?
The Palace.
Yes, right on Ocean Drive.
Yeah, so I'd like to do it.
World known. Palace is known.
For all the drag and stuff. Yeah, these bitches like hang from the ceiling and drop down with the splits.
One of the queens that used to live here in Houston, Alea, works there. Alea Crawford. She works at Palace.
And
She's been there for some time
London
too.
Edouard has been hosting the past month there.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you ever go to Miami, hit him up. But if you're
Here
from
we
Houston, hit me up.
Hit my girl up. You know where you can find her. You know where you can reach her.
You can come to our house for dinner.
Yeah.
Click
come
this
over for
link
dinner.
if you want to follow her. Click that link.
Links. This is happy. This is Ness.
Happiness.
This is, I literally I watch Housewives so much that that's where I got that from. One of the one of the new Housewives, she just got brand new titties.
Oh.
And she walks
Bless
in
her
and she's
heart.
like, "Y'all be happy and Ness." And and then they're like, "Turn around," and then she has a booty too. And I was like, "Yes, ma'am."
Get it.
So
Bitch.
yeah, name your titties something good.
So where we at right now, Joe? You want to wrap it up? You want to? That stare.
What do y'all want to
No, I'm asking. I don't know where we at. I think we have a fantastic show so far.
We do have
amazing.
We do need to take a little bit of a break, but I want to get like 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
Because once again, we lost some time at the beginning.
We did.
And in case the audio is not working correctly,
Right.
I want to get a little bit more because then I can work out how to have a beginning, middle, and end.
Period.
And I think that I have a beginning, middle, and end.
Okay, cool.
So even though we lost some of it at the beginning,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to take some of it from whatever audio you give, and if I
Yes.
cannot fix it, then I have.
We'll work with it. We'll work with
We'll
it.
work with
It's
it.
technical difficulties. We apologize.
Should you ask like more of the questions that you were gonna ask? Or like,
Yeah, sure.
Okay, first of all, let it be natural. I feel like this is. Here's what I love about why this episode is going on, because when you have dinner,
Mm-hmm.
when you have dinner
And drinks.
when you have dinner and drinks at a friend's house,
she's
and a friend who, by the way, Chef Brian Brumly. Chef Brian Brumly.
Chef
Yeah.
Boy, our
I
daddy.
wish. Can you get a little close up of that with that camera? Mm-hmm.
face.
Yeah, give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to me, Brian.
Girl, we just need this, girl. We just
my
need
titty.
this. There you go. At Chef Brian Brumley's house. Because I feel like no matter what happens in the future with you, I feel like that we can still have episodes of the show where we just come over here for dinner and we just talk about whatever's going on in the neighborhood. What's going on with the careers.
I like
what's
this.
going on.
I can do.
Yes.
I can do this.
What's going on with
I'm that girl.
because it's fun. People will relate to it. They will love it. And and I watch a lot of chef videos, and all chefs, amazingly, have y'all watched YouTube chef videos? Sometimes these guys can be like, they always try to be like
And we're not gonna
Guy
be
Fieri.
We're gonna be better than that.
Guy Fieri.
We're gonna bring the realness. We're gonna bring categories. We'll bring realness. Like
Category it.
Terrible hair with fantastically complicated recipes. And this girl.
not my friend Brian.
Girl, I'm not trying to make bread. And I just want a good hamburger. I'm just making a hamburger. I just want a hamburger recipe. You teaching me how to make bread,
Not a hamburger.
the
helper.
condiments, the grow the vegetables in the backyard, chop my own cow down so I can make perfect. I mean, it's just gotten so complicated, and sometimes you just want something simple.
Well, we can do
Simple,
simple
simple.
and easy recipes.
Yeah.
here.
But you don't want it-
Totes.
But you don't want it so simple that some little housewife who went and bought a couple of things at the grocery
And
store
that's the
threw it in
point.
the
You want it to
crock
be simple, accessible, easy to make.
Mhm.
So people want to fucking make it.
because you know what? I like to eat nice.
You do.
I'm a single
It
man.
shows. I see that.
I like to eat nice. When I make food for myself, I like to
Are you single?
For now.
make it look pretty because I work hard every day and I try to when I come home and want to cook something for myself, it's an event.
Right.
I buy myself a bottle of wine.
She
I
turned
get a
on
nice piece of chicken, steak,
Turns on
whatever
that-
I'm in the mood to make.
Turns on that microwave to high.
I chop all my vegetables. I get everything prepped up and ready. It's an event. I turn the music on.
Period.
And it's an event for me. So that when I'm sitting down,
Touches herself afterwards.
sit down, and after I've enjoyed a meal, I
Yeah.
feel like life is wonderful.
Yeah, chef's
Period.
kiss.
Life is wonderful.
Chef's kiss.
It's just so wonderful, and you feel so good about. It's not. Yes, you can eat out of a box. Yes, you can go to McDonald's and get something.
that's
Sometimes that's what you need every now and then. But when you really want to pamper yourself,
Okay.
Yeah.
you know, when you really just want to sit down and go, you know what? Let me get this shit out. Let's get the skills. Let's get the
Right.
pots and
Yeah.
pans out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to pamper myself. I think every now and then, I think it's good for everybody to get into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether it's you or 20 yous.
Right.
To get into the kitchen and really just enjoy.
That's why we like did our little
Food
dinner parties
and
that we
cooking.
did, like
Mhm.
Hell yeah. We had
every
fun.
other week, but we need to
Mhm.
start that.
Because, you know,
We really should. We really should.
You know-
I miss those a lot.
Julio and I come from ethnic backgrounds. And ethnic backgrounds,
You wouldn't understand, Brian.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
You're not that girl.
Calm down, girl.
I'm not. It's okay.
Calm down,
I
girl.
respect you.
We come from ethnic backgrounds.
Do you-
And so food
do you
is a
people
part
respect
of
us?
everything that. Food is a part of our lives.
Oh, for sure.
It's a celebration. It's Sunday dinners. It's whatever. Food is a part of our lives.
Yeah.
So when you sit down with the chef, and a gay chef, by the way.
Period.
So that
Who
puts
wears
him in that category too, because gay chef, he wants to make sure
Chef
you want to have a
Shirley.
good time.
I'm gonna make sure you taste everything.
You make sure you taste everything. And by the way, for all those TikTok videos where they said white people don't use seasonings, he uses seasonings.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Thank you for pointing that out.
If we have to open up his cabinets, I can guarantee you there's 9,000 seasonings.
Girl.
There you go. There you go.
See,
Hey, oh my God, yes, girl,
Just
take
so
pictures.
girl.
Girl, yes, take a picture, girl.
Here
Take
it
a
is.
picture, girl.
Yeah, hold
Here, let me
on.
have
Take a
this
picture,
hot
girl.
sauce so nobody sees that.
Yes, girl, take a picture.
Take a picture now. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Period.
Period.
It's a white girl's cabinet.
That's a white girl's cabinet in the South, in Texas. A white gay girl's cabinet.
White gay.
Not the white guy.
Exactly. He's got all the seasonings, so
Exactly,
he's an honorary black.
Do we got
girl.
leftovers? Do you have leftovers?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to buy? Oh my god, I totally forgot. Since today is September 1st,
A reveal. We have a reveal.
it's the first day of fall.
Yes.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! You know what? I completely forgot about dessert.
Get it quick.
Those are pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls.
Girl, you know we have
Give me
to
a
try.
plate.
Give me a plate.
Bitch.
Give me a plate. So this
You got ice cream too, and you got the beach.
Don't get too like.
Look, Brumly and
She's asking for ice cream, all kinds of shit.
okay. First of all, I'm lactose intolerant, so I didn't bring my pills this time. So I can't. I
you
can't.
can shit along the way home. That's fine.
Girl,
Get it, mama.
pumpkin.
He's right in your car. Right?
Okay.
Just dig you one out.
Mhm. I know a lot of my white girlfriends would love this.
Oh my God.
I was like, we're gonna be basic.
Hey Amanda, I'm eating pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls.
I am loving this.
The best part
Leave
is
a
the
comment below.
This is the
Chef's
clit
only
of
moving
the cinnamon
forward.
roll is the middle.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best part.
Oh, I want to
The
get
middle is always the best part.
You did not tell us that you had dessert going on in the oven.
Queen.
And I can see the color from the pumpkin.
I want some of this.
They good?
Come on,
Amanda.
Pillsbury Doughboy. I love this.
Right? Woo!
Amanda Repperger, if you are watching this video, I'm
Amanda.
Hey, girl.
eating pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls.
The center
As a
is
Caucasian woman, I just want to
the
say
best
that.
part. As a Caucasian.
You can see the color.
What?
Is this made from scratch?
Yes.
Oh my god. You can see the
You
color.
scratched the box. And
No.
poof, it came out.
Mm.
Don't ever say that.
Oh my god.
These are homemade.
You can taste the pumpkin.
Yeah, these are cute.
Oh, fall. Oh, fall. I can see the...
I'm not
Right now, I was
sure.
taking a bite out of this. I can see the leaves falling
We're here in Houston where the leaves fall.
in
the weather
January.
Okay.
I'm already wearing a turtleneck.
You know what? Today I went shopping and I was
fed.
like, I'm looking for some shorts, and they're like, oh no, we already have our like fall stuff out. And I was like, listen, we're in fucking Houston.
Yeah, exactly.
Fall does not start until Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? So like, I was like, where the fuck are the shorts at? So I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
get it. Like, I have to go to Target after this because I have to find this.
He
fucking
said,
shorts.
listen.
Literally, I went to Macy's and I went to like American Eagle because they always got like good shorts, and even like Aerofucking-Postal, which is ew, don't even shop that. But like I went there and they didn't even have fucking shorts. All jeans. I was like, this is fucking stupid.
Can I tell you something?
Tell me.
Something happened in the culture that blew my mind.
Tell us.
1:30 in the morning.
Tell us.
I'm up. I'm watching TV on Hulu, and what do I see? An Abercrombie and Fitch commercial with people who do not.
Atlanta.
Were they fat?
Yes, there were all kinds of body shapes. There were people of color.
You know why? It's
There were
because
all
man,
kinds of
bitch.
stuff going. I'm like, wait a minute.
that man got sued.
This is Abercrombie.
A&F?
Now, first of all, nobody had heard from Abercrombie and Fitch in about what 10 years.
Because he was in a like nobody wanted to be with him. He made fun of like fat people.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
He did, like he was like, if you can't fit into the clothes, like that's your problem. That's what he said.
Whoa.
Well, guess
That's
what?
And
I
as far
never
as-
fit into that bullshit.
And as far as people of color, he
Yes,
said,
they
you
were
know
all-
what? We try to include at least one black person.
I'm sorry, but they were
That's
overpriced.
it. And I'm like, wait a minute.
They were always
Overpriced and like
Mhm.
that shit would fall apart like no other. And I
Yes.
don't want a million fucking rips in my jeans.
Mhm.
Sorry, like if I wanted to look poor, I would be poor,
Mhm.
and I'm not.
Mhm.
So
Mm-mm.
that was rude.
You need your own channel.
If I wanted to look poor, I would roll around outside.
Mhm.
and straight break my jeans.
Period.
Yes.
But I will tell you, it shocked the
Oh, so
fuck
you're
out
gonna
of
eat
me.
her cinnamon roll.
I'm gonna eat hers, I'm gonna eat yours, I'm gonna eat
Yeah,
everybody's.
y'all can have those. I literally made them for y'all. I was
Mhm.
like, oh my god, let
They're
me like,
delish,
do
though.
something really special.
Oh my god.
Everything.
And that's what we did.
Mm-mm. There. Bitch, you gotta send a recipe. Girl, I gotta make this
Joe's
myself.
speechless.
I'm speechless. You gotta send me the recipe, girl.
Speechless,
Mm.
Cause I'm that girl.
Mm-mm. Because right now, you know what's gonna happen in the comments? Can I please get that recipe for that those pumpkin spice cinnamon
Okay,
rolls?
I'll make some recipes for you guys so that y'all can post
Fuck
them.
it, yeah.
At least just for this.
Especially when you start your own YouTube channel, they're gonna ask you what the
Mhm.
recipe
Oh
is.
yeah, I'll have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, how dare they.
People, stop.
Stop asking me.
Stop asking me for things. I haven't even started my YouTube channel yet. You're asking me.
Because this is, oh my god.
So I think this is a good point.
This
that
is-
we can just like
Mm-hmm.
cut off.
So you say,
into
would you say like goodbyes?
Yeah, I think so. What do you? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we're in a good place. We had a
What do we do?
dessert.
Like,
We had a great
cry
chat.
together? Do we say like, oh,
I don't even want to look at you.
We're like, oh, we're coming to an end, folks. That was...
We are coming to an end. But here's the thing. We came to the end at the right time because
We sure did.
we didn't know dessert was going to be served.
Girl,
We
at
honestly
all.
did not.
She saved the best for last.
And-
always do, baby.
She
Always
did
And
that.
I'm going to be honest, in my
Yes.
head, I'm like, I wonder if he can make dessert. And then he goes, hey, I have a surprise. Pulls it out of the microwave.
One more thing.
One more thing. That's what I usually tell my men when they're about to leave. I'm like, one more thing.
I have cinnamon rolls.
Mhm.
Before you leave,
Mm-hmm.
Take
let
one
me
with
feed you a
you.
cinnamon roll.
Period. But
Period.
no, thank you honestly for having us. Thank you for cooking for
Yeah,
us.
thanks y'all for coming
We
over.
were yes, we will post all your social media links so people know where
Right
to
here.
find you.
Can I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Find me here.
Mm-hmm.
Point to it. Okay.
And by the way-
bitch, I'm gonna put it right there too.
Click. How do you do this? Bling.
I'm going to do one better.
Bling.
I'm going to do one better.
Click the bell and notifications.
Click over to his social links.
We got
DM him for this recipe.
Period.
We're not going to put it on our
D
stuff.
me. He meant
D-
D.
DM.
He meant D.
DP
but you can
him for
DM me
DP.
too.
DNM, DNE,
Run
DNA.
DMC,
D me,
DMP.
DP me, which
Mhm.
is deep penetration.
Whatever.
What else can you do?
Mhm.
with all
What kind of
these?
cooking do you do on your channel, Brian?
Lots of different kinds.
Mm-hmm.
I told you we're gonna put you on this table next and put sushi all over you.
I'm ready.
That's how y'all are gonna get this table for your podcast show.
This.
Is we should put you on this table
I was born
and put
for it.
sushi on you, and then
I was born
have
for it.
dinner off
I
with you.
think I'm ready. I'm that girl. I was born for it.
Would you be down to have dinner off with your body?
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
Sign me up.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So thank you everybody for tuning in.
Thank you everybody for tuning in.
Thank you all for coming to my
subscribe.
house.
Thank you, Brian, for hosting us at his house and cooking this amazing
was-
food.
I do host.
This is the most fun episode
It really was.
we've ever had.
Honestly.
And honestly, let us know in the comments.
And if you
we
want us
will
to bring
come to your
Brian
house.
back, let us know, please.
If you have something interesting going on, if you have some hobbies you want us to show, if you want some stuff, we will come to your house.
That part. All of
You don't
that
have to
part.
feed us.
At all.
But if you have
know
some
what I'll do
stuff-
next, a massage therapist.
Oh.
All you gays that love on your alt Twitters, get ready.
Come on, all Twitters.
Come
I
on,
found
all
out about somebody
Twitters.
else's alt
I know
Twitter.
y'all like to massage, boys.
I found out about
We're
an
all
alt
gonna
Twitter
come
the other
over.
day.
I'm gonna cook
I was
dinner.
like,
You're
you
gonna
have an
massage
alt
us.
Twitter?
Next episode.
I do.
Yeah.
So
That would
thank
be.
you.
And by the way, I get a lot of messages on Growler about massages. I don't know what kind of massages they are.
I
I
just
want to
had
find
the
out
other
what
day.
kind.
He was like, "Would you like a naked massage?" And I was like,
Yes.
am I naked or are you naked?" And he was like,
I
"No,
mean,
we're both
naked.
And I
Yeah.
was like, "It could be a thing. Let me like check my checkbook and then I'll get back with you." But yeah.
Let
So,
me see what my
yeah,
bank
thanks
account
again so
says.
much, guys. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers again. I know you don't have anything in your cups, but I
Oh, we're gonna have one more in our cups, and then we're gonna go.
Period.
Because I'm about to pack all this shit up.
Yep.
Cheers.
Same here.
And
Love
I
ya.
had such a good time, and the food was delicious. The food was delicious. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna think about these. Oh my god.
Brumly and
Can I
Julio.
can I take one of these home? 'Cause I want-
You can have both of them.
I'm gonna eat one more. I just didn't want to do it on camera and look like I was that hungry, but I'm hungry.
Okay.
I ain't get fed.
You got fed early.
Look,
You
bitch,
just
don't
had
fight
Sam.
me for this.
You just had Sam.
Period.
You just
So,
had Sam. And-
Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you
Catch
for
us
tuning
in
in.
the next episode.
If Julio's not here in the next episode, he died
And I'm gonna
because
be,
I
and I'm
killed
gonna be
him
fine with
over
that.
this.
Period. And that's cool.
I killed him over this. I'll have a new host.
Connie.
Brian. That's me.
I'll have a new co-host. Bye, bitches.
Bye.